Luke Halpin, Bijou Barbosa.
Hey everybody, my name's Bobby. Welcome to Mile High Church. Thank you so much for spending part of your weekend with us, especially if you're new. Our vision, oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. Our mission, to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. Before we get started today, we want to give you a look at a few things coming up around Mile High Church for you and your family. The Heart of Healing with Kay Johnson and Kelly Berry starts Friday, May 8th. This is a 4-week in-person journey exploring the connection between body, belief, and awareness. Come and learn gentle practices to release limiting patterns and develop a compassionate, trusting relationship with your body.
Hey everybody, this is Barry, and I want to tell you about something I got coming up called Mindful Parenting. It's based on the principles of love and logic, which I've been teaching at Mile High Church for over 30 years now, and it's been a big part of our youth ministry. So if you've got kids that are toddlers through elementary school, I want to invite you to join me. It starts on April 28th. It's going to be a 4-week workshop. It's a great way to anchor yourself in some principles to help parenting be more fun and more productive. And there'll be childcare available all 4 weeks as well. See you there.
For more information about anything you've heard today, stop by the event center or connect with us online at milehighchurch.org.
Good morning, Mile High Church fam! Let's sing together on this beautiful day. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Woo! I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. Oh, feeling good down in my soul, God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul, yeah, God is so good. My God is so good to me. When my day is over, I say, God is so good. Oh, when my day is over, God is good. When my day is over, I say, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Every day and every way, God, yeah. Every day and every way, my God is so good. Every day and every way, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Woo! I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so, my God is so, my God is so good to me. God is so good to me. Yeah.
I like it better like this. I got up this morning singing Laura Berman is so good. That's better, see? I hope Eddie Watkins doesn't mind. I changed the words. Oh, cool hat. I need one of those. Man, that, oh my goodness sakes. I would wear it right here, Sherry, right here. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Mile High Church. So glad to see you all here. Welcome to all of you watching online. I have often said that one of the greatest joys, honors, and privileges of being a minister is the chance to be with people through important transition moments of their life. And there are 3 really key ones that we're going to acknowledge in this welcome today. One is the birth birth of a child or a baptism is always a wonderful thing to be with a family. The next is a wedding. And yesterday, right here in this very stage, I was honored to officiate at the wedding of my very own mother, Linda Frazee, to Roland Tomsick. So they are married now. Yay! And I'm so grateful they donated these flowers to us this morning. So it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And they're off having a wonderful honeymoon at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. So it was beautiful. They are, my mother's going to be 80 this year. So her theme of her wedding is love waits on welcome, not on time. So any of you still waiting for love, no need to. You can have it anytime you want. So that was beautiful. And also another honor is to honor the life of people who are important to us who have stepped off the earth plane into the next life experience. And we get to honor a very special person today. His name is Robert Pekarsky, and he worked here on our staff at Mile High Church on our sound team. He led the sound team for many years. He's been a longtime member of our community. He's been living in the Philippines recently. So for those of you watching online, you probably see Rob posting every week, and he recently passed away suddenly. We love Rob. Rob has made a difference in many of our lives here at Mile High Church. We're going to have a special service for him, just a little sharing service on Friday, May 8th at 4 o'clock over in the chapel. So if you knew him and want to join us, please do so. You may be happy or discontent that he did hire Nathan Marshall. That's one of his, things he did. Yeah, we're happy about that. So thank you, Rob, for hiring Nathan. Thank you, Rob, for the beautiful sounds you allowed us to make here at Mile High Church. And I light this candle in honor of Rob today. I know that he is preceded in death by his beautiful wife, Carla, and I'm sure that they are together dancing in the ethers in the next life expression. So we bless Rob Pekarsky. Send our love to all his family. Now we step into a time of spiritual practice together. We're going to sing together, have some silence, and pray together. Let us begin.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power
the silence beckons us into the knowing of the presence of the divine right here where we are. Not only each of us who is in this beautiful sacred sanctuary, but also every single person who is watching, listening, no matter where in the world they are. We encircle all with the loving arms of Spirit. We are all one. We are all the divine in expression. And so God is full of light and love. We are also filled with that. We know that when we breathe in the breath of God. When we feel our heart beating, we are beating the rhythm of the divine. How beautiful. And so when knowing this eternal Spirit is everywhere present, in us, around us, and through us, but also in, around, and through our entire world, our universe. And so we are a place of love, and we can affirm and intend that love spreads everywhere it's needed, which is everywhere. And also we put our hearts around the concept of peace. And we dedicate ourselves to peace in our own life, peace within ourselves, to ourselves, peace with those we love, and also we extend this ocean of peace to everywhere in the world where it is needed the most. All of this, as we dedicate our time together in this beautiful service to love and light. I am so grateful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. And I let it go, for it is done. It is good, and so it is.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give. It's the soul who's so afraid of dying that she never learns to live. So when the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think
lies a seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
Our readings today are to support the message that Dr. Michelle will be giving. And the first one is from Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Whatever you put attention to will start manifesting in your life. Intention, attention, manifestation. That is how the universe works. And from Gary Zukov, every intention sets energy into motion, whether you're aware of it or not. And from Christian D. Larson, believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle.
Where would Moses be if he'd succumbed to slavery? Put his dreams up high upon a shelf. If he turned from the water and walked home by himself to never see the promised land and never save another man. It all started with a thought that turned into a dream, a fire burning in the soul of a single human being. Every dream that is lived is a dream come true. Stand up for your dreams, to thine own self be true. What if Martin Luther
Patron, beautiful. I neglected to introduce you at the top of the service. I apologize for that. This is Cerise from Arizona, and we're so delighted to have you here with us. Thank you, thank you. My mom had the great vision of having Cerise come and sing at her wedding, so we said, let's have her sing at church on Sunday too, right? Yeah. Cerise says she is an international singer-songwriter. She wrote that song. She's going to sing another song later that she wrote. I recently saw her singing. She took a group of people to Stonehenge, and she's standing in the middle of Stonehenge with that beautiful voice singing away. So she sings anywhere that anybody will have her, and we're so grateful to have her here. So thank you, Cerise. Yes. And I acknowledge our wonderful band today. We had Luke with us, we have Bijou, we have a drummer named Mark, and of course Rob Lowe, our band leader, with us, so we are blessed by our band too. Further introductions, I just want to acknowledge that I have the great honor of being in a wonderful mastermind group with my mother, and my mastermind friends and my colleagues, my ministerial colleagues are here today. Reverend Michelle Whittington is here, Reverend Colleen Sherline is here, and I don't know where Kathy is. Is Kathy here somewhere? She's on the plane flying away. Okay, well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have you here, my friends. Well, today, my message is entitled Cohesion in Manifestation. Cohesion in Manifestation. Before I jump into what I want to say about that, I want to just remind us of some basic things that we teach here. We believe that the way that life gets to be that it is through human consciousness, that our life gets to be the way that it is through our consciousness. Now, what does that mean? We banty that word around, and we say that word a lot. Ernest Holmes, the founder of this teaching, his most famous saying that people use a lot is, change your thinking, change your life. We believe that there is this energy in this universe, this presence that is pouring itself through all creation, and that as humans it pours through us, and that our consciousness, which is the seat of our thought, that activates it into manifestation in our world, and that collectively we co-create our world together, and that each one of us individually creates the world that we live in. And so what we teach people is how to be with that, how to change their consciousness if they want things different, how to shift things in their minds and hearts, how to shift intention, how to shift their attention, how to take a look at what they're really believing. And that's an important point. Because I don't know about you, but I noticed that I've looked out at my life a few times and thought, I don't remember thinking that. How did that happen? And there does appear to be some dissonance sometimes, because we often believe that when we say that our thinking creates our reality, that it's just our conscious thinking, that which we know we're thinking or we believe we're thinking about creates our reality. But when we say that consciousness creates, we are including a huge part of what we know to be true about human consciousness and literally about the brain, that there is a deeper mind. And in fact, the majority of what you and I think about is in that deeper mind. About 85 to 90% of what we really are thinking about, I'm quoting Dr. Barry's song there, what we're thinking about, right, Dr. Barry, is in that deeper mind. So one can't just kind of look around and say, but I was thinking better thoughts. One has to be willing to plumb the depths of the true thoughts that we've had, that includes the rich history of our life and our experiences and our relationships and our decisions and our conclusions and our habits of mind, to discover what we really think. And when we become willing to do that, we can really change our life. One of the frustrations I have about our teaching is that many of us think that we can just live on the surface of that other 10 to 15% of our thoughts and really change our life. And then we're disappointed and we say, well, I don't think it works. We really have to be willing to do the deeper work. We really have to be willing to wake up and say to ourselves, what am I really thinking? And that's where this concept of cohesiveness comes in. I want to give you some secrets today, some thoughts about how is it that we can create cohesive thoughts so that we can truly change our life. But the secret, the first secret that I'm giving away is in the actual title of my message. It's about cohesiveness. When it comes to applying this thought and really shifting things, cohesion is a place where we get a little bit challenged sometimes. We have a hard time sometimes, especially in the areas where we're afraid, where we're concerned, where we're frustrated, where we feel helpless or powerless. Those feelings can sometimes override our desires to be more positive and have a positive idea and a positive outlook about things, and we lose our ability to be cohesive. And our founder, Ernest Holmes, would call this neutralizing ourselves. We find ourselves, when it comes to changing our thinking, changing our life, in the neutral zone. Here's what he says about this. In his book, Creative Process, he says, we cannot make affirmations and denials for 15 minutes and spend the other 23 hours and 45 minutes denying the thing we have affirmed and affirming the thing we have denied and attained results we seek. We send out the word and it sets in motion the power, but if we begin to think the opposite thing, it gets the word as soon as it is thought. It neutralizes the word and destroys any possibility of its effect. Sometimes it's as simple as that. If we look at, hey, why? I prayed for 15 minutes the other day and that goodie did not come my way. What is up? And then we fall into superstition, don't we? Well, the universe just must not be favoring me today, or what have I done wrong that God is keeping the goodie from me? But the reality is, we might have fallen into this trap. 15 minutes of positive thought and 23 hours and 45 minutes of angry, frustrated, it's not working thoughts. This is where we can lose our ability to generate the life we'd like to be living, is we don't take the time and create the discipline to be cohesive in our approach. And I'm inviting us today to take a look at this. And I'm using the concept of light. When it comes to cohesiveness, we talk, science, the world of science, talks a lot about cohesion in light. There is cohesive light and coherent light and incoherent light. Both of them serve us very well, but when it comes to really powerful and effective results, if we want to use light as an example, cohesive light is far superior. So ordinary light, which we would call incoherent light, it comes from things like the sun, or a lamp, or a candle that we've lit. The waves from that light move in many directions, in other words, from a scientific standpoint. They have different wavelengths, different phases. Light, of course, is powerful because we prefer to be in the light rather than in the dark most of the time. However, this kind of light is very diffuse. Whereas coherent light, cohesive or coherent light, is pointed. They would say in terms of science that the wavelengths of coherent light are in phase. They're all in alignment. They're going in the same direction. They have the same frequency. The best known way that we can give an example of cohesive light is a laser point. If I had a laser light here that I could use, it would be very pointed. And it'd be fun if there was a cat here and I could, cats love those. Or like my watch right now, it's doing that to people, right? And so coherent light, then we could say, is light that agrees with itself. Light that agrees with itself. And so what's astonishing is that coherent light is not necessarily stronger, but it's far more effective. Here are some examples. A laser pointer might not look that impressive, but here's what laser light does. Laser light can cut steel. It can perform delicate eye surgery. It can transmit massive amounts of information through fiber optics. We can use laser light to measure moon distance with millimeter accuracy. And laser light can trigger nuclear fusion experiments. Because in coherent light, nothing is canceling anything out. It's very powerful. Now, when I started looking into this for this message, I kept seeing something from my childhood. I kept seeing laser light from a superhero. And I do have a little chart here just to kind of compare before I talk too much about my superhero here. Let's bring up that little chart. In physics, when we talk about coherent light, we talk about waves in phase, light in agreement, single direction, internal interference, great effect with little energy. In science of mind and spirit, what we teach then, we can turn that into our thoughts are in agreement. We have clear intention. There's no contradiction or doubts. Internal interference is gone, less effort, great manifestation. So imagine with me superhero. My first one that came to mind was Superman. And I liked Christopher Reeves as Superman. We have a picture of Superman here. And he had a laser light. Now, some would call it a heat light, that he would focus on things and he could make rocks fall apart, and he used that laser light. So imagine for a minute with me, if you will, that Superman, who is set an intention to be a superhero, to save people, comes across a big boulder that's in the way, and on the other side of the boulder is someone that he really needs to save, someone who's in trouble. So he decides he's going to use his powerful laser light to break up that big, huge boulder. And so he turns his laser light onto the boulder, and then he is doing it, and he's focused, and then all of a sudden, squirrel. What was that over there? Is he going to be able to break up that rock? No. Or let's just say he's focused on the rock, and he's doing his laser light, and then all of a sudden, he starts thinking about, when the rock comes apart, am I going to get hit in the face with all these pieces? And he gets afraid and he backs off from helping because he could get hurt himself. What if something bad happens when he does this? Or what if while he's doing the laser light, all of a sudden he has an activation of some moment in his childhood when he was doing the same thing, and a rock came apart and it broke a window, and his mother punished him. And he gets triggered. These are the kinds of things that get in our way, don't they? When we're trying to be cohesive about things. This is what stops us in our tracks, these kinds of experiences. And so I'm suggesting that part of the secret of being cohesive is to acknowledge this, to acknowledge that our own deeper mind, our own subjective thoughts can bubble up to the surface as we are trying to change things for ourselves, to affect change in our life, and we have to accept things. We have to accept this about ourselves. We have to know this about ourselves. And we have to, in superhero-like fashion, be willing to stand with and face the stuff that exists in that deeper mind, which sometimes we're loath to do because we'd like it to be easy. We'd like it if we could just affirm health and wellness and money. We'd like it if we could just affirm peace on earth. We'd like it if we could just affirm that all this good is happening in the universe. And we get impatient because we think we're doing it and it's not happening. And I'm suggesting today that we all, individually and collectively, get a chance to ask ourselves, am I really being coherent? If I am someone who's affirming peace on our planet, peace in our country, peace in every part of the world, am I spending 5 minutes affirming that and then the rest of my day getting caught up in what I see in the news, being unpeaceful, being unkind, being mean to other people? Am I not embracing and embodying those concepts of peace and well-being in my own life? What is getting in my way? What might be happening at the deeper level that's keeping me from the coherent practice with regards to creating the life that I would most like to live? And it usually is in the realm of those things that challenge Superman, those examples that I gave. So here are some of them. Here are some of them. Our light can get challenged because we let the world of form dictate our perceptions. We let the world of form dictate our perceptions. When it comes to the coherent light of my life, creating the life that I would most like to live, I, God moving through me, I am the coherent light of my life. Things out there are not the coherent light of my life. But how often do I fall into the trap of letting them be? And often when it comes to that kind of coherent light, that kind of choice to move forward in a direction of a dream or a goal or of an intention, that ability to put it on, to embody it, to be with it, at first it's a little uncomfortable because I haven't done that up until now. My ego might fight with me. My deeper mind might fight with me, and I get a chance to look at that. And even, I will admit to you, I'm going to say something out loud that no one likes hearing, but it is the truth. Sometimes when we go to improve something in our lives, it gets worse before it gets better. I would love it someday if, as a community of co-creators, the moment it got worse, we'd go, I must be getting somewhere. I must be changing things, because look what happened. It got a little worse. We get to understand that when we start to move in a new direction in our life, we're shaking up our entire consciousness. And the mindsets and the parts of us and the habitual ideas that we've held up until now can literally feel challenged and can push back. And that is normal. And when that happens, it's not a matter of letting those inner old perceptions win or letting the old ideas out there about what's really possible for me win. It's about standing in the light and being coherent and taking it on and being willing to continue to walk in the direction of the choice I am making for myself and my life. And so that is coherent light in consciousness. It's not ignoring other people's input necessarily, but it's not ever letting anyone else, just like in Ceresa's song, dictate what our dreams are, what our goals are, what our intentions are, what the life we want to live should look like. We are generating that. And when we generate that, we have to understand we will face resistance. It's our own inner resistance, but we let it pile on when someone says, well, should you be doing that at this age? Aren't you a little bit, whatever it might be? And we get to let it go and say yes. So we stand in that truth. And then I want to say, the next thing we have to face to be coherent has to do with what Holmes talked about in that opening quote. See, even though I'm preaching coherence today, I want to be clear that I'm not preaching toxic positivity. I'm not preaching about being willing to be somebody who isn't disappointed when things don't go their way, ever. I'm not talking about never feeling sadness or grief or remorse or frustration. Not ever. I'm talking about ratios today. One of my favorite stories is about a little girl. Reverend Carol Wilkie used to tell this story about a group of indigenous people who were in a drought. And they decided to get together to pray for rain. And so they gathered out in the desert to pray for rain. And the only one who brought an umbrella was a little girl. To have the faith to say, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to pay attention to, yeah, there may be a day where I feel a little discouraged for a few hours. There may be some time when I just don't understand why it's going this way. I may need to talk to somebody about it who can help me, and I can be heard. I may need to go to my practitioner partner or my mastermind group or my best friends and be with what's so. That's not what we're teaching. We're not teaching not that we don't do that. We're not teaching that this is a denial. Oh, everything's perfect, whole, and complete, just as it is. I get it. Things don't always go our way. And we have a right, and we can be with it when it bothers us. But here's the deal. Ratios matter. Do I spend the majority of my time in that negative state of mind about the things in my life? Am I walking around for a majority of the time discouraged about my money or my health or my relationships or my job or the state of the world or the weather or blah, 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 blah? Am I in that place the majority of the time? And I have to be rigorously honest with myself about that. Because there are lots of traps out there, aren't there? Lots of traps. Traps on our phones, traps on the news, traps in conversations with people. What is the ratio of the percentage of time if I'm wanting to create a world of peace and joy and love and well-being and happiness? What is the ratio of time that I'm nurturing that as compared to the time I get trapped in the opposite? And if the ratios are not what I want them to be, I have to make some new choices to become more coherent. And I'm the only one who can do that for myself. Some of those choices might be to refrain from watching some of those things or having those conversations. But really what matters is what's going on inside me. How am I facilitating my own self, my own psyche, my own awareness, my own being into greater positivity and joy, into a willingness to see things that I can't always see clearly? But when I become willing to see them clearly and become willing to be a contribution towards greater good in ratios that make a difference, that's when I cross an invisible line into manifesting the life that I am intending to live. Ratios matter. And years ago, about 5 years ago, I wrote a book, and I went to a workshop to write this book, and they said to us, if you could solve one problem on the planet right now, what would you solve? And I said, fear. So I wrote a little book about fear, and it was a little basic, good book about fear. But still today, if I could solve one problem on this planet, it would be fear. Cohesion and fear don't go together. We cannot indulge constant fearful living, individually or collectively, and then have things change. It's not aligned. It doesn't go together. It doesn't work. We have to become superheroes, co-creative superheroes like Superman, and become willing to see that, yeah, there are things happening we may not like, we may not prefer, but I have to be willing to understand that in my world, in our world together, if I'm constantly feeding fear, talking about fear, going to people, did you hear what happened? You should be afraid. Guess what we're going to get more of? Just more of that. Because when it comes to being fearful, we can be very cohesive, can't we? Yeah. And so we have to challenge ourselves to find a place where we're willing to be spiritually courageous and to be cohesive in that courage and not to fear life or to even fear the darkness. The deal is, here's the deal. Every human being walks through periods of darkness. Every generation of humans has walked through periods of darkness. We are no more special than our ancestors. And we have to see and acknowledge that darkness wherever we see it, however we perceive it, and we have to rise up above it. We have to be willing to be cohesive in our willingness to say, yeah, I'm going through something in my life. It's kind of scary right now, and I'm working to deepen my understanding of it and grow into the light. We are going through something right now, and I have to be willing to do the work to get out of the fear. I have to be cohesive in my courage and stand strong. St. John of the Cross called those moments the dark night of the soul. And we have them. It's normal. It's natural. But the shifting point comes in the dark night of the soul when the person walking that path begins to contemplate the gifts of the darkness, begins to get out of fear about where they are and say, how can I fully embrace this moment of my life and use it for my good, use it for my growth, use it for my expansion, use it for my blooming and blossoming rather than using it to shrink. We have a choice, and we can do that. And the last one is to contemplate how our unhealed past might be getting in the way. That's the example of Superman who gets activated thinking about his mother who punished him when he was little. For most of us, we think, I'm an adult now. I'm no longer a child. That childhood stuff, that happened 40, 50 years ago. It doesn't have any bearing on me now. I'm an adult. I know better. But remember that deeper mind. In that deeper mind, you're Peter Pan. You never grew up. In that deeper mind, unless that part of us has been activated and heard in ways that our parents couldn't hear us, has been supported in ways that we didn't feel supported, unless we have done the resolution work for that, it's still there, just as active as ever, just as much a part of what we're putting out into the creative mind as it ever was when we were a child. And a stubborn human who is unwilling to deal with that will not be coherent. There will be incoherence after incoherence because we'll think we're going this way, but our wounded child will pull us that way. And so that's part of what we do here at Mile High Church through our classes and through our workshops and through our work with our practitioners. A lot of what we're doing together is we're working together to heal the unhealed past so it does not become part of the energy with which we're creating our reality. And for me personally, I think the world is being run by a whole bunch of selfish, greedy inner children right now. Yeah. But it starts with us being willing to take care of that part of us ourselves. Because for every person who does it, it has an energy that goes throughout the whole world. So we can make a change. We can walk in the light. And doing all of this, see what happens when we deal with all that stuff, we're clearing away parts of us so that the coherent light of God that we are can shine itself through our body and through our life and through the experiences that we have, can shine on behalf of humanity. We're just not used to it. We haven't learned to attune to it. But when we do spiritual practice, we attune to it. When we pray, we attune to it. When we do our inner work, we attune to it. When we pay attention to it, we attune to it. And every bit of that crust that falls away brings us into coherence. And that's when life starts to change. I tend to agree with Marianne Williamson about one thing. And I think many of you know this quote from her. She says, "Our deepest fear is that we are not inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Each one of us has a place in the coherent light of this human experience. And I encourage us this week to take our place in it, to really pay attention to where we're being incoherent in our intentions for ourselves and for our world, and to begin to come into greater alignment. As I said, prayer is one way we do that, so I invite us now into some time of prayer. I'm inviting our practitioner prayer partners to stand with us as we do this, and acknowledging that when our service is over, our practitioner prayer partners will be down front, and we invite you to come forward and let them extend some coherent light on behalf of your life today in the form of prayer. So we go within and we allow ourselves to breathe in this beautiful life, this beautiful moment, this beautiful experience of love and light. Oh, it is pouring through us, for we recognize that it is pouring through all of creation. This God presence, this light presence, this love presence. And so we allow ourselves at every level of our being to open and be receptive to the embrace that life is through us. And we consciously join in an acknowledgement of the truth of who we are right here and right now. And as we do this, I accept and affirm on behalf of each person who hears this prayer that we are in alignment. We are in that wavelength. We are in the phase of light that is the creative force, the creative energy. And we are a contribution of health and joy and wellness and love and peace and harmony. We are the wave of abundance. We are the wave of light that can transform our life and can contribute to the transformation of humanity, leading humans into the awakening of their spiritual magnificence. This is who we are. This is what is so. This is the healing that occurs in us, through us, and as us now, and as we go forth from this place. I'm so grateful to see this, to affirm this, to acknowledge this, and to celebrate this. Great love right here, right now. In gratitude, I simply release this word in faith and trust, affirming that as it has been spoken, it is done, it is done. We let it be, we let it go, and so it is. Amen.
When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies a seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
Thank you, Cerise. Beautiful. This is the time in our service where our ushers take their place to receive the love offering, and we get an invitation to be in coherence with generosity, whatever that looks like for you today. If you're giving into these baskets, or you're giving into the text to give, or you're going to give out in the lobby at the counters out there, or it's not your day to give, we have so many blessed auto givers who give on a regular basis. I'm simply asking today that we each give something into this opportunity, whether it's a prayer, a blessing to this community, a blessing to the person sitting next to us, whatever it might be. Just take a moment while our offering takes place to come into coherence with generosity. And as we do that, let's say our affirmation together. Please say with me: divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
A ship in the harbor is safe from the storm, but we all know that's not what ships are made for, 'cause playing it safe leads to a life of waste, and I for one won't waste another day. I am here to live and to love, to fall and to climb. I'm here to jump right into life. I'm here to sometimes laugh and sometimes cry, but I can't keep going on if I am only to survive. I'm not here to exist, I'm here to fly. A million times I have been afraid to live my dreams, the purpose of this life getting so out of reach. And then I feel the pull, the yearning in my soul. So step into my power and share my gifts with the world. Oh, I am here to live and to love, to fall and to climb. I'm here to jump right into life. I'm here to sometimes laugh and sometimes cry, but I can't keep going on if I am only to survive. I'm not here to exist, I'm here to fly. Oh, I don't want a journey crawling to my grave. I wanna live it out, crash at the end just like a I am here to live and to love, to fall and to climb, to jump right into my life. I'll sometimes laugh and sometimes cry, but I can't keep going on if I am only to survive. I'm not here to exist, I'm here to fly. I'm not here to exist, I'm here to fly.
being here with us. And if you would like to take some of Cerise home with you, she won't fit in your suitcase, but we do have product out on the at the south end of our lobby. Please stop by the desk and you can probably chat with her also. We're so glad you're here today, and thank you, Dr. Michelle. That was a great message. So, if we have any new folks with us in the room today, I would ask that you would raise your hand, and our ushers have a gift for you. And so, yay, I love this.
For this whole month, right?
For this whole month.
The
So
whole
if
month.
you've been here for the first time this month, or I said even through January, and you have not gotten one of our affirmation cards, you'll only get them at this service. And you can put them on your altar, you can keep them in your pocket, but they're affirmation cards that our ministers wrote an affirmation on the back of them, like this one is, well, that one is called affirmation, but this one, for example, is called manifestation, and on the back of it is an affirmation for that. So enjoy it, and thank you, and join me out in the lobby at the Welcome Center. And those of you online, if you want more information about Mile High Church, please go to our website. And some of you may be chatting, and our person who monitors our chat can get that information to us. And now we have some announcements. Kelly?
Thank you. On Saturday, May 2nd, our beloved Kathy Quinn practitioner and the bereavement group will be holding sacred space for mothers who carry their children in their heart but not in their arms. A sacred circle for grieving mothers will be an opportunity for remembrance, reflection, and an opportunity for shared gathering. Also, on that Sunday, May 3rd, we have our monthly Conversations on Grief, and I really invite people to come. It's an opportunity to be with like-minded people. Thank you.
And also, if you are struggling with a healing issue of your body or of some other part of your life, we would invite you, Kelly and I would invite you to the Heart of Healing workshop, which starts on May 8th.
Got my microphone. Lucky me.
Take it, Chris.
Okay. On May 2nd, again, it is World Labyrinth Day. And our community is celebrating that day by walking the labyrinth here on the grounds in the community center from 12 to 2. Our theme this year is walking for peace in uncertain times. I invite you all to be there. Join us.
Thank you very much. And if you would please stand for the benediction and peace song. Please say after me, something wonderful is happening for me right now.